cool. So this is my idea of Christmas shopping here. I'm up north in Williamson, New York. Wilbert's, you pull it here. I didn't even really run a list to see what they had, but decided to come out and take a look at this 720 that they have sitting out here. And I figured I'd share some thoughts too. I really wanted to talk about my thoughts on the Nissan-Honda merger here. And first off, I want to say that I'm disappointed that in the last 25 years, Nissan really hasn't been able to get any of its program together. It's been pretty awful, honestly. It started in the late 90s. It started in the late 90s and kind of worked its way up to the early 2000s when they were going bankrupt, and then Ghosn took over and cheapened everything and took the personality out of everything, and then it's just been floundering ever since he got arrested. I have to do a video on this. Infiniti G20, I knew this was here. I forgot it was here, but I knew it was here. I love these cars. These are cool cars. This is what Nissan needs to get back to doing. Stuff like that. These gargantuan digital machines. They don't do anything for me. So Nissan floundered. Now we got tools here. Nissan floundered and got bought up by Renault, which never really expressed my dismay with French design, but I don't like French design at all. I think it's pretty ugly. And now they're joining forces with Honda because their EVs are suffering. You know, they don't have the Leaf anymore, and I don't know what they're planning on doing. Now, this is what my hope is. This is my dream, is that Honda, since Honda's the bigger company and is taking more of a risk by taking Nissan on, that Honda basically guts Nissan for all of its EV and patent information and copyright stuff, but keeps the company alive. So, instead of what GM did to Saab, and says, Nissan, you're now our performance and truck division, because we want to get a Suzuki Sidekick here. That's cool. Because we want to, we want to do the EV thing ourselves, and we're going to take all that. But you guys have a rich race history, and we want to take advantage of that. And I think that would be totally awesome. We'll have to wait and see what they have to say. In terms of Nissan itself, I think Nissan really needs to bring back two things that made it successful in the 70s. Actually, well, they've already got one of the, say three things then. They've already got one of the three pieces in place. They have the Z car, which they never discontinued. G35 here. They need to bring back a 510, and they need to bring back a 620, because those were what really put Nissan on the map back in the 70s. Was everybody wants a small, economical pickup truck. This is a G35. Everyone wants a small, economical pickup truck. Everyone wants a little sporty, sporty economics car or economical car. The 510 is legendary. The 620 is legendary. This was supercharged. This was a supercharged Frontier or Xterra here. And they took everything except for the lower pan and the intake and all that stuff. That's interesting. I might just take those. Oh, got rims on it too. If I can get around this lake. Oh my goodness, this thing's completely laked in. I might have to go around the long way and come from the backside here. There's no getting in through here without stepping in the deepy deep stuff. Yikes. Xterra only supercharged wheels. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Very cool. It's too bad that this thing's in here like this. Let's take a look inside. I'm after 720 parts for myself today, personally, but you know, I'll take it. Leather interior. They took the injectors. They took the computer. They didn't take the lower intake. I'll have to consider that one because I think that would be a good buy on my part. Anyways, yeah, so going back to the Nissan thing, bring back a 510. They had the IDX concepts a few years ago. That would have been perfect, but they just sat on them and did absolutely nothing. And you just got to bring back a hard body 620 sized pickup, and then you have the Z car. I mean, what else do you need? Then you can build from there. You can have another sedan. I mean, you got to have something of a four-door. You could make the 510 come back as a four-door as well. But I think if you really go back to your roots and look at what puts you on the map, it may put you on the map again. That's kind of what you need. None of this, stuff that you got now, because the way I'm seeing it, Sentra's big Sentra power, almost as bad as the big Ultima power thing here. See, the way I see it is that if Nissan was putting out products people wanted to buy, we wouldn't be in this situation right now as it sits. Ridiculous, man. I just tell you, nobody wants these things, and nobody wants to pay the prices that they're charging for these things because you're not getting a good value. So, like, I drive a Subaru as a daily driver. If I wanted to go to Nissan and say I want a 5-speed all-wheel drive 4-door sedan, nothing to be had. There's nothing to be had. So I went on Nissan's website to build a car, and you can sort them by transmission. So for a joke, I was like, all right, I just want to see what cars are available with a manual transmission through their website. And the only things that came up were the Versa base model and the Z car. So either I have to go to the bottom barrel, low option car, or I have to jump into a $60,000 sports car to get a manual transmission. So if I wanted to get an Impreza with all-wheel drive, 4-door, I could get an Impreza. I didn't have to go with I don't think there's any lower model than the Impreza in the Subaru line anyways, but if I did, it's still better than the Sentra. Not by much, but a little bit. It's always sad to see 4Runners in the yard. I'm just not seeing anything that grabbing my fancy here than a supercharged truck. So I'm not really reading your guys' comments. I'll read them afterwards. So I apologize in advance if people are asking me questions or telling me to pull stuff or whatnot. I just figured I would do the walkthrough first. Working my way back, there's a classic section here. They don't really crush the classic stuff, and that's where the 67 Datsun 520 is, and also the 84 Datsun 720. We got a Frontier 4-wheel drive. Auto Tragic. SEV6, very similar to the one that I used to own. Mine was silver. It's an old Camry. Next row over, there's a Celica too. Looks like it's getting plucked. Everything's modern. This yard says that they use their search engine that we use to determine what the hot ticket cars are to get. And I guess I don't search Nissan pickup trucks enough for them to want to go out and find them. It's not really like there's a whole lot left to pluck in this area. I can't imagine there's any left that, at least the 97 and older ones, I can't imagine there's many left that aren't already rotted into the ground in piles that aren't even worth bringing across the scales. We got an Xterra sitting here. These are starting to dry up a little bit. I found out that the 3.3 here is a hot ticket item in Honduras. So once a year, this family from Honduras comes up with a tractor trailer and goes all the way across the country, just slicing and dicing the front ends of these trucks off. I actually have a couple older videos that show that, and at the time I didn't know what it was all about, but I was filled in, and apparently they pull all the engines they possibly can, put them in a tractor trailer, and then they go out to the west coast and grab body panels and load those up and take them back to Honduras, which is pretty crazy. I never would have thought. But I guess if you're really crafty in the market, you can make a shit ton of money doing stuff like that. But I'm not that smart. I'm on the consumer side of things, honestly. So we're in the European section here. Which, we'll go through that. Gets us back into the classic section, which is where they should be dropping these Pathfinders and hard bodies from now on. It would be back here. The Pathfinder that I asked them to hold, I never was able to make it back up here to grab anything. So this is the classic section here. Most of this stuff is pretty bad, but we do have some interesting ones back here for sure. So there's our 720, which is the goal for today. I don't think that they moved the Pathfinder back here. I wouldn't be that lucky. But there are a couple Datsuns back here. Not much recognizable at this point, but we have a Roadster here. I'll probably cover this one here a little bit. This one I think is 60. Well, they've got it 68. They had it listed as a 59, but it's not. It's a 68 Roadster. Yeah, this was sad. I always get sad when I see these show up in the yard because even though this one's probably too far gone to do anything with, they would have made a cool piece of yard art. And then over here, we got, so we really wanted the roof off of that Toyota. And over here is where most of the parts for my 521 came from. It's this guy. What state is this junk in? This is New York State. I am currently in Williamson, New York. This is Wilbert's. You pull it up here in Williamson. No kept secrets. And I have a small little list of things that I want to get. I figured I'd do a live and share my thoughts while I was doing it here. This section's pretty cool. Most of these are pretty plucked and not looking too healthy. Anyways, yeah, I'm back here where I need to be, and I am going to start plucking. Let me know what you guys think of the Nissan-Honda merger. As I said, my thoughts are that I think hopefully Honda doesn't do away with Nissan. Hopefully they don't do what they did to what GM did to Saab. There's always that chance. And if they do, I hope that they just take the EV stuff and say you're now our performance division. You now make small sporty cars like the Silvia, the 240SX, the Z car, and you're now in the trucks division. You're now making 620s or 720s or what have yous. Damn, God, that's gone. I was really hoping it was going to still be here. It could very well still be here. I don't know. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in a future video. And be sure to leave your comments down below and tell me what you think. There it is, and it is just as broken as mine is, which is unfortunate. Yep, mine, the clips are broken off on both ends here. This is no better than what I had. I was going to grab the Speedo cluster, but that also is gone. This dashboard's not terrible, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to spotlight some of these vehicles in their own individual videos here today, and I'll start uploading them this week just because it seems like the Junkyard series does pretty well on my channel, and these are all worthy of being talked about, and hopefully people are enjoying what I'm doing. So yeah, I appreciate it, and I hope everybody had a good Christmas, and yeah, I'm gonna start plucking. I'll see you guys later. See you. I don't even know how to start this. I guess press this. I'm stopping.